Girly channel. It's January 8th. It's Sunday and sunny in South Jersey. Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome. Today, I am going to get messy with my jelly plate and some fabric. Right now, I'm mixing some, let's see, I keep getting hot and cold and then hot and cold. Let me just take my sweater off here. I'm using these, I just believe they're pigment colors. The print's so small on them, I can't really read them. They're called Primary Elements. And I got those when I bought a lot of craft supplies. And the gal that I purchased from said, "Oh, here, you want these too?" Hi, Nina. So I took them. And I'm using my GAC 200. I was going to get out my GAC 900. That's what APG Jamie used. Hey, Amira, on the New Year's Eve Streamathon. She used the GAC 900, which helps keep your fabric soft and pliable. But this one hardens your acrylic and makes it less tacky. And I want to use this on fabric to then use as covers for journals. So I thought having it a little stiffer might, be a good thing. Hi, Ange. So in my watercolor tray here, which probably wasn't the best idea. All right, Safia. We always say Safia, but I was watching, was it Carol? And am I correct in saying we should be saying Sophia? You can let me know because I want to say your name correctly if possible. And there's Raul. And Raul, we were saying Raul, but is that not correct? At least I stopped calling you Paul. But is it Raw? So let me know. I want to be able to pronounce your names properly. All right. So what I have here now, for those just coming in, is Gail here? Hi, Gail. Oh, thank you, Gail. Raul. Okay, so we have that one right. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, that's it. Sophia. Okay. So these are called, again, primary elements, and I believe they are just pigment powders. Now, this is called hot cinnamon, but it looks green in the jar. So these are very, oh, see, now once I open it, it doesn't look green. So what I'm planning is to use some watercolor to get a base down on my fabrics. And I've got my tray of Inktense color blocks here because once that dries, that will be permanent. And, ooh, look at that. Can you see that color? And then I thought it might be neat to put some of these colors on with a stencil. And we'll just, I'm just going to do whatever. See, now some of this color's jumping over into that pan, which is, I should have done every other. See, I don't do it often enough to know. There's Clint. Hello, hello. And hopefully I'm mixing and stirring. So hopefully, see if I got it on either side. It might be worth just skipping that. Now I should probably be using, let me use a paper towel to clean off my little skewer here. All right, so I want to keep track of which ones I've done. So I did that one. Did I put that aside? That's the hot cinnamon. Okay, so I think I want a green. This is pear blossom. Hey, Barbara. Hi, good morning. Oh, look, this one she didn't. Oh, oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks yum, yum, yummers. I'm just really not even measuring. Maybe I should mix it with my little spoon. When I read on the GAC bottle, it said for this type of thing, do 50-50, but that's kind of hard to, I just want some color, you know? This one's not mixing as well. And there's Kellyanne. Good morning, good morning. Candy, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. This one I didn't get that. Okay, would everyone keep their eye out for Kimberly 557? I tried to send her a message. Well, I did send her a message through Messenger on Facebook, but she didn't respond, and that was quite a while ago. So she may not really be on Facebook too much. And then I went to message her on Instagram, but she doesn't follow me, so it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me message her. So I need to try to get a hold of her. All right, so I've got terracotta rose, apple blossom, ginger flower. Kathy Lake, hello, hello. How are you? I am mixing some GAC 200 and some pigment powders. There's G3. Primary Element is the brand. Oh, can you see that? I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. I'm going to head and put this in the red because I don't think that's really going to matter too much. I don't think it's going to alter it too terribly. Kathy Berg. Twitter is the best way to get a hold of. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kathy. And there's Janet. Okay, cool. Because I promised Kimberly some Happy Meal and I can't find her address. So, ooh, these colors are nice. Now, in addition to having these pigment powders, when I bought all this stuff from this lady way back when, there were also some of these. This is called Silk Acrylic Glaze. So I'm hoping to use some of those as well. Now, I've got different fabrics that I've pulled out of my stash. One, it's got a, it's like a white on white print, and it was a table cover. There's Kathy. Oh, Kathy, I want to show you something. Did I miss Carol coming in? I missed Carol. So I missed a Carol. I hope I don't see her. But Kathy, you were talking about painting on paper towels. And I did a live, but I intentionally painted. This is a paper towel. And this was in one of my art journaling magazines. And then I put netting over top and stitched down some stuff. And I'm going to put this felt inside. And then I think I'm going to put some paste in. This one doesn't fold, you know, it doesn't fold very well. But see, I used a lot of you know, that stuff we use, golden matte medium. All right, so that was this apple blossom, I think. Now I want to get a gold dust. This is gold dust. I really got a lot of red in that GAC. So I thought these spoons would be great, but they're a little too small. Now, if you need for me to see something in chat, please use capital letters because I'm going to have a busy day here and I might not catch it. So if you need me to see something, please, don't feel like you're being offensive if you want to put it in caps so I can see it. Now, Barbara and my mods are usually pretty good at getting my attention, so they'll help too. And don't be, it's okay if you repeat if I don't see something, because I'd rather you repeat it than me miss. So I've got a couple different types of fabric. I've got one, I would call it like a kind of a linen-y, but kind of textury. Some cotton. I have some cotton that has a print on it, which I probably won't use for anything. So I'm going to use that. I have some old, I know they're great colors, right? I'm anxious to see how they turn out on fabric. Terracotta rose. Did I already do this one? Ginger flower. That might be that one. See, I was busy yapping. So I'm not sure how long these will stay moist. So I'm just going to take a little piece of plastic wrap and see if I can cover these up and help keep them a little moist. And then I'm going to put these aside. And then we're going to just dig right in and see what kind of mess I can be making. Now I can mix some more of these because I have 2 drawers full of these things. 2 drawers. Now where to set them? That's the question. I've got everything pretty much encompassed here. All right, let's put them down here. Now I want to show you the fabrics I'm going to use today real quick. Just real quick. So I've got out some stencils. This is the top of a shower curtain that I picked up somewhere. Oh, sure. For those just coming in, I use GAC 200. And I'm mixing in some powdered pigment. And the brand is Primary Elements. So that's what I have in my little tray. Hi, Dixie. Then I have my Inktense watercolor blocks here. I'm going to be using those. And then I have some of these silks. This is called acrylic glaze, which I really don't know too much about them. I have used them on fabric and they're really fabulous. And they're kind of like shiny and, cool. So I'm going to use a combo. GAC is a product that, and let me think of the word. On the front it says extender, and this one's for non-porous surfaces. I was going to use this like on leather shoes. APG Jamie used GAC 900, but you can add it to acrylic to make your acrylic. The 900 is to help keep your acrylic soft and pliable, and it doesn't crack. The GAC 200 makes your product a little more hard, which I was thinking for the covers of journals, I might want it that way rather than flexible and flimsy. So it's like, it's a medium. It's a medium that you can add in. I could use glue, I'm sure. I could use golden matte medium, So GAC is one of Golden's. Good morning. Eileen could probably explain it a lot better. Good morning, Eileen. So this is what I'm trying today. So this is the top of a fabric shower curtain. I got it at the thrift shop, and I thought it might be It does say for non-porous surfaces, but I'm going to try it on my fabric because I wanted to try to stiffen up a little bit. So, and I have the GAC 900. I could always pull that out, but I'm going to see how this works. So, you know, an experiment. So I thought it might be fun to try to make a little roll. So once I do this is double-sided. It has buttonholes in it, but I don't really care about that. So I'm going to play with that. Actually, I've got two versions of that kind of thing. Now, I ironed everything. I didn't wash my fabric. I just ironed it. When I've done this before in the past, I didn't wash my fabric. It worked fine. I'm not going to be wearing this stuff. I'm going to be using it on journals and journal covers. So I didn't wash it. Here I have a couple pieces of canvas. Yeah, I use the 900 too, and that's for porous surfaces. So I really wanted to use this to paint on shoes, like leather shoes, and never did it. So I'm going to try it today. This is a table cover, and this is the printed that I spoke about a little while ago. It's kind of like a white on white, if you will. Looks kind of like a tan on white. I'm going to do some printing on that, see how that turned out. And then some linens that I have laying around that I haven't used. This one, of course, is badly stained. I'm going to use that. I've got some men's handkerchiefs. This is fabric a friend gave me, who I probably won't use for anything. I don't really care for the print. I have a ton of it. I'm going to try to print on that. Oh, thank you, Gail. Gail says the GAC stands for Golden Artist Colors, but they're different types of acrylic mediums. Wonderful. And then just some, you know, a variety of different things here that I pulled out that I'm going to try. We're not going to probably get to all this, and that's fine. This is more like not really burlappy, but more kind of like a linen. I think I'm going to cut this one in half. Well, I'm going to tear it. I'm not going to cut it. So my first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my large jelly plate. I'm going to put some watercolor down. Now I've got my Inktense blocks out because once they dry, they're permanent. So then if I want to do anything additional, I've also got some denim. So we're just going to go through here and see what we can get into, what kind of mess we can get into. And there may be a part 2 to this because I may want to stamp on some of this fabric once I get some color on it. So I'm thinking I'm going to start by spritzing my watercolors. If I can find a little spritzer. And I'm going to start putting some color on my plate. And I want it to look watery and like kind of water drop-ish. I don't necessarily want it to look like an acrylic jelly plate kind of a scenario, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. So I've got that, got those dampened, okay. So then I want to have a runoff plate. Now let me get my little, I'm going to get my little jars of this stuff. Oh, I hope it'll be fun. As long as nothing explodes. Okay, I want to catch what Gail's saying. Let me get rid of these little jars. I'm just going to throw them in a drawer over here. Gail said, after having them for about 2 months, I finally broke out my Inktense blocks and colored a piece of fabric with them last night. Oh, cool. Great minds think alike. That's okay, Ange. You can fall asleep. Now, we've been talking a lot about, well, not we, me. I've been talking a lot about, especially with my New Year's Eve stream, different magazines, putting them together, a cheap way to have you know, a substrate for some mixed media. So I'm just going to pull one of those out and I'm going to roll off on this. That's my plan. That's my plan. That's my plan. Now, my jelly plate, my large one, is not clean. Don't be shocked. Oops. Here's the coloring, rogue coloring book. So let me make some room here. I have my iron plugged in. Hopefully I'll be able to dry off some fabric if I need to with my iron rather than using my heat gun. We're just going to see how all this works. Okay, now don't forget, if you need me to see a question, answer a question, caps, capital letters, please. Now I broke my, you know, these jelly plates come in like a plastic clam, and I just cut mine in half. And then when I go to put this away, I let it dry. You know, I let it sit for a couple days. Let it dry. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I do. And then I put the other part of the clam. But to take this off and put it on my desk, I just always have a mess. So I use the bottom half of the clam shell that it came in as a tray. And it works pretty good for me. Now I'm just going to take my baby wipe and just give this a little. Now I'm just being real, kids. I mean, this is Lori in a nutshell. Okay. Generally I clean it better than this, but for whatever reason I didn't this time. And then I occasionally will take it out, rinse it off, clean out the tray, you know, flip it over, let it dry. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll, I think. Now you're probably not going to see this too much, but I'm just going to roll off over here. Hopefully this is going to work. Tight on space. I was in Anne's stream for just a little bit this morning, lurking, and she was saying something about not be nice to have a lot of space. Wouldn't it though? All right, so now I need to get a nice brush that I can grab a lot of color with. And this is a watercolor brush I'm going to grab. And I'm not going to be too particular. I think with this first go, I'm going to stick with, and there is Anastasia. Hi, nice to see you. Okay, my spritzer's out of water already. All right, so I'm going to grab some lime green. And I'm just painting it now. I don't know, can you guys see okay, or is it really dark? Is that better? That might be, oh, you can see my lap. That might be a little better. I think I'm going to have to get some more water in my, and then I've got the teals here. Now I might have to print a couple of times, but we'll see. Now I'm going to grab a little purple. So I like teals and purples. Now I may have to add some acrylic to this. I don't know. I just don't know. And we'll see if this gets me what I want. So I'm going to start with this small strip of fabric, and I'm just going to pop it down. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to go back over here and just mop up all this wetness here. Now, I was using the other day, I was using some watercolor I had in a tube, but I used that all up, and that gave me a lot of really nice, intense color. But I don't think I have any of that left. So it just may take a little bit for me to get my, now let me add some more water to my spritzer. Thanks, Janet. It'd be fun for me. I hope it's fun for you guys. See, now I'm thinking if I let that dry, and I could iron it and let it dry, and it probably would set the color a little bit too. It would be fun to stamp on top of this. And I'm going to show you something that another gal did. She used a round jelly plate, which I don't have. But see, I whacked my 8.5 by 11 into different pieces. So she put paint on this. Now, what did she use? I think she was using acrylics. But I'm wondering if I use, see, this is where I'm going to run out of room. Let's just do this. Because I don't think that's going to go anywhere. If I move my plate for a second, I have a file cabinet drawer that I pull open. And if I use my plate here and put, let me use some of this glaze. Now that's powder, that's not the glaze. So I've got greens and blues here. So this is called Azure. So this is a dark blue. So let me grab a little bit of this. Now this is called an acrylic glaze. And I'm going to grab hopefully, some kind of well, this should work. A little silicone, that's too big. I can't believe I don't have that in there. All right, let's grab a brush. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this blue glaze. And I'm going to put this on my plate. That could use a little water, I'm thinking. See, I don't know how long this lady had these, and I've had them for a while. All right, so I'm going to put some of that on. Rinse my brush, and then I've got some green here. The brand is Silk. And this looks a little more pliable. I want to get all that blue out, though, because I don't want to get it in my green jar. And Anastasia says, Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year to you as well. All right, let's get some of that on there. I think I'm going to spritz this. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of this pink. Now, I'm really not a pink fan, but I do like a little bit of pop of color. Little pop of color. So welcome to everyone that's come in. Thanks for joining me. Now, the one gal that I watched, what she did was, a lot of us, when we do our jelly printing, we don't really clean off our brayer. She cleaned off her brayer. Now, my small oh, there it is. Let's see if I can get this guy to roll. I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of water. She cleaned off her brayer. This may not work. I'm not sure about the glazes. And then she put down a stencil. And then she She picked up the gel. Oh, you know what she did? I'll try that another time. She put the stencil on her fabric and then flipped the jelly plate on top. But let me do it the opposite. So I've got my jelly plate under there, my stencil. See if this picks up any of those glazes. Maybe just a little bit. I need more product. Right in there. Picked up a little bit. Acrylic paint would really be cool. But let me just see. I'm going to grab. Now I like the way that pink looks. So I'm going to put some water. This is all water soluble. I'm going to spritz some water in here. Let me give this a nice little mix. Of course, I don't know where it's probably out of the sink. My little skinny palette knife. I thought I put another one in here. Yeah, this one. I might be able to get this one to work. Now I'm going to try it the way that I don't remember the gal's name. I was just looking at a lot of different videos last night. Now let me see if I can find Elvis. Here he is. Because I think it might help if I have a little bit of a cushion here. Now sometime if I want to use my jelly plate, see I just have a little snack dish that I picked up at the thrift shop at Goodwill, and I can just leave that like that, and my jelly plate is, you know, ready to go really at a moment's notice. All right, so I'm just going to put more of this glaze on here. Now, like I said, oops, I got some of that on my other fabric. I should really take the time to really blend this out a little bit more. But I'm just going to use my brush. Okay, let's see. Now what she did was put her stencil down on her fabric. And then she took her jelly plate. Now, of course, she was using acrylic paint. And we can do acrylic paint too. But then she just took her plate and pressed like this. Kathy said, I know I'm crazy, but it's sunny and 64 degrees. I have on a sweater, a blanket, drinking hot tea. Seriously, consider starting a fire. She's freezing. Hey. See, now I have that on my plate. I think that looks kind of cool. But it's not in your face. It's very subtle. Now I'm wondering about picking that up, of course. Let's see. I wonder if I put a little bit of, I call it mixed media. This is a touch of pink. This is a little bit of acrylic. Saran coat, touch of pink. Just going to put a little tiny drip on here. I don't have too much luck with this. I think maybe I should probably let it dry, but I don't know if that glaze is really going to dry. Look, I got a big hair in there. Is that cold for Florida, 64? I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't get too much of what was left on there. Let me try. And I haven't given up on these glazes. I'm going to do some more with those. But let me try. Bum, 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 bum. This is kind of green here. So let me pull out. This is leaf green. Okay. So I'm going to, maybe I need a smaller, let me get a smaller design. I have a little leaf here on this stencil. Let me see if I can get a little leaf print here. Just going to put that down, my stencil down. And a little bit of green paint on my little mini chopped up jelly plate. I've got something on there. I think it's a little fiber, a piece of, yeah, I think it's a piece of Lori's hair. No cat here. We have a little dog, but she wasn't up here. All right. Now I'm just going to tip this over. And press. And we'll see if this gives me a better print. The gal that did this made it look really easy. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to leave this little one dry because I've got the leaf on there. You can kind of see if I move it like that. But that looks cool. See, now that would be cool to add to a journal page. So that's acrylic over top of watercolor spray. And then down here, I've got some of those glazes. Now, I used the glazes one time when Mary was doing those hops, like the Friday hops. Like I know she does this Saturday video one still. All right, let me put this aside. And I'm going to get my big plate back over here. And I'm going to see what I have in my watercolor. Now, the thing is, the tube watercolors, of course, I use them up. And I think I just have to get my blocks really softened up here. I haven't really used those a lot. All right, let's go orange, red, purple. Oh, now what was I saying? I was saying something. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to rinse that glaze out of my brush. I'm going to rinse that glaze right out of my brush. Okay, I have this great big watercolor brush. I'm just going to put some water on my plate and start picking up some of this color. And I'm just going to start tapping it around. I'm a mixing. Now, if anybody in chat wants to see me try something in particular, did I miss Anne? I didn't see Anne come in either. Hi, Anne. Just using this one section of my Inktense blocks. Let's see how this looks. All right, let me have a little sippy. There's Ann. A fellow that I worked for years ago when I worked at the Christian college, he was involved in a town down the shore called Ocean Grove. And Tim Conway was there a couple times. I think he met him a couple times. And him and his wife took Tim and his wife for ice cream the one night. And in fact, he was there, I don't think, too long before he passed. And he said he was really a nice guy. I thought it was funny, like Harvey Korman to me, like if you saw Harvey Korman on a talk show, he wasn't that funny. But Tim was funny no matter where he was. Okay, so I have this stained napkin, fabric napkin. I'm just going to plop it down and see what we get. Ooh. I'm just going to run my brayer across. It probably really didn't matter that I ironed these, because once it gets wet and you put some color on, all right? Okay. Ooh. See, now this is kind of really the look I'm going for. So now I'm going to add some more. I'm going to just go in and get more of those colors. And I'm just kind of plopping it. I'm trying to get as much color on the plate. Now you'll notice, if you're not familiar, you know, the watercolor is very watery. Where your acrylic paint, when you put that down, you know, you brayer it out and it appears solid on your plate. But I thought I might like to do this. Yes, Kathy. Actually, I was thinking about, I wanted more of a tie-dyed kind of a look, so that if any of you have been watching or joining Susan Taylor Brown, I'm not really a stitcher, but I do want to do some stitching, and she's very organic. And she gotten some cotton gauze. Oh, I forgot to look for cotton gauze. Oh, rats. I have, Kathy, but not today, but I will try some of that without the spritzing. That was going to be my next step after I get like some base paints down on some of these other fabrics. I can show you what I've done in the past. Actually, I forgot. See, Tanya and Lisa had done fabric printing a while back. And then from that, I springboard. Of course, I can't find the round stencil that I'm looking for. Oh, I know what I was going to say. When I did the Friday hops, I had stamped on some fabric and then painted in the images with some of this glaze stuff. But see, these, I did these with the glaze, I believe. Is Peggy here? If I missed you, hi, Peg. I forget what I spritzed this with, and it bled. But so it looks kind of cool. You know, so I want to try some of this before we go. But see, I love the vibrancy of these colors, you know. And then of course you could cut these apart, which got me, what got me started thinking about this is, those of you that were with me when I did my Shannon Green stitching, I glued the spines, and then stitched like Shannon Green does. And then I found this piece of fabric, and when you girls saw it, it was just this pink. And then I stamped and did some other stuff on it. Then I added some lace. I made this little button thing. Remember I said I found a piece of Jane Davenport's eyes stamped on there. So then I decided to, you know, jazz up my cover. I love this. So then I thought I want more fabric like this to use for some of these stitch journals that I'm putting together because I love it. So that's what got me started with this. And then, well, we'll do a little commercial here. This was the one that I glued and punched the holes in rather than having my husband drill. And yes, and you can drill paper. There's Amber. Hi, Amber. Tommy Joe. Hello. So this one I punched with my crocodile. All right. And these were the nice pages that I just spattered. And, you know, just picked up, just sprayed it on my jelly plate and just, you know, picked up the spray stuff. So this is now sent me in this direction. Oh, that's fine, Tommy Joe. Lurk away, lurk away. Okay, so now this is kind of busy, but busy can be good. All right, so now let's see. This is dry. If I put anything on here, I wonder where I put my lid. I got my lid here somewhere, I think. Here it is. See, I cut my clam that my gel plate is stored in. All right, so now this is acrylic, right? So let me try to pick that up on a piece of fabric. I have a small piece of denim. Okay, roll. So let me pick that up with, see, this is where I need help. I'm going to do the pink. I don't know if I should go darker or go lighter. I'm going to go lighter. So just a little bit. That's probably too much. I took my sleeves off. I don't know why my little roller stops rolling. I don't have a lot of paint over here. I'm not sure. This is too, it's not rolling. Let me get this one. All right, let me see if I can pick this up on fabric. It may not work. I'm just going to go on the corner. What did Barbara do? What is Barbara doing? She's doing something in the sun. Nah. You can see just a little bit of a shadow. Moon shadow, moon shadow. Let's see if I can get the rest of that on paper. Put another little drip of, let's see, I say little drip, but you don't know your own strength sometimes. It feels like a little drip, but there's a lot of paint on there. Holy guacamole. All right, I just have little sheets of composition paper here. which I thought could be fun for Happy Mail or, you know, little bits of stuff here. Yes, I was going to maybe do some stamping, maybe part 2. So that's cool. To me, that's cool. That'll work. All right, so now while I have my plastic down, let's try this. I've got that, which is really uneventful, if truth be told. Let's see. Let's put this here, and let's take some of this silk. Let's see, what do I have here? Let's try some of this. And I need to stir. I need to stir. I'll use anything. I'm using the end of this crochet hook. Oh, this is a lot juicier. Now I have some makeup sponges. I'm going to try that. See, I'm off and running, which I didn't really. I was going to do all like the base coat stuff first, like the bottom things like we did here. And see, now I'm off in another direction. Now, I guess I could brush this on with a brush, but I'm going to try a makeup sponge first. Let's see how that works. All right, so let me try to get this all right in that circle. Now, like I said, when I did the hop, when we were doing the Friday night hops, I used a paintbrush and painted in the area. And then I stitched, and I think I doodled. Now, I'm not really sure what a glaze is supposed to do or how you're supposed to use it. Yeah, I have several of these stencils, but I don't know where I put them. And see, a lot of this stuff has like a shimmer to it. These particular ones, these glazes that I have, and they're like so yummy. Oh, guys, I forgot about the stuff that I mixed. I have to get that stuff out. See, I would have forgot about them. All right, that moved a little bit. So that's cool. All right, I'm going to put more of this, clean off that hook on that. Now let me cover this up. Let me grab that tray of stuff and let me get another stencil. And let's work around here on this. Now these I mixed earlier with some GAC 200 and some of the dry pigment powders that I have. And I don't remember the colors. So let's see. Let me put this. Let me put some of this on. And I'm going to just start. I could have probably gotten out some sponge brushes that I have, but let me just use these makeup brushes because they're right here. And let's just see what happens with this. So now I'm just going to tip in to this. I'm going to try not to get it too juicy. Famous last words. And see how this looks. Now this is a lot more translucent than I thought it would be. You can't really see that. Okay, Barbara's going to be right back. I've got all my stencils underneath there. Let's try a little bit of this one. And the den might not be the best venue for this because it's so... Let's try some of this lime green. And it could be I don't have enough pigment in the GAC. Yeah, I don't think I have enough pigment. So let's fix that. Now remember, I said this is an experiment. So when you read on the label of the GAC, if you're using this, it should be 50-50. So that was kind of hard for me to determine. So let me add some more. See if that makes any difference. That's a nice, these colors are nice and bright, so that might help too. Let's see if this makes a difference. So far, my hands are pretty clean. All right, let's put this back down. It's a little better. It's a little better. Let's try. Let's start the very beginning. This is a portion of a butterfly. Well, that's a half, but this is like on the side of the paper. So let's do the butterfly this way. Can you see him? He's like a splash butterfly. And this is kind of the same color wave. So let's try it. There again, I think I need more powder in here. Now I'm anxious to see how this dries because this is supposed to be something that dries stiff. Now I could doodle around that. Hey, there's OPG, Jamie. I'm using GAC 200, James, instead of the 900. So that really doesn't look like a butterfly. All right, let's try this one. Now this is still damp. Let me put my iron on this real quick. All right, let's, after I ironed all this stuff, it's going to all be wrinkly again because I'm just tossing it wherever. Tossing it. Toss salad. All right, let's get this iron going. Now my iron, I just have one out here that my neighbor gave me. because she doesn't iron anymore. She's 94, and she gave me her iron so I could use it for crafts. I bought one of those little tiny ones, but my goodness, the one I got anyway didn't have very much heat that came out. I mean, the size was great because it was, I could keep it in my drawer. But rather than use the heat gun, I thought this might be a quick way to dry the fabric. Now I think I want to use a brush. All right. So this is the watercolor. This is the Intense. And I think those powdered pigments I'm going to have to add more to. So let's just get my numbers going the right way. Let's put some numbers on here. Now I've got a little jar of silk glaze, and this one is Snapdragon, I think it's called. Oh, let's see how thick this one is. Yeah, see, I think it's supposed to be runnier than that. So let's add some water. I didn't think to check these for consistency. Like I said, I haven't used these in a long time. So this could kind of look like a graffiti. You know, I didn't pull out my stamps, just stencils, because I thought, you know, I could stencil instead of trying to do everything today. But I think I want to be able to paint that with a brush. But I have to be careful because I don't want it to go under, right? So, what does the wise chat folks say? Try a sponge again? Or try both? Do-do-do-do. Look, it's like a big paint booger. That looks so blue on my screen, and it's such a vibrant purple. Time to give everybody a shout for their channel. No, I don't have any pixie spray. Come out, come out. Okay, Little Red Wagon. Now yeah, I do have a foam brush. But I was thinking that would be kind of like a makeup brush, a makeup sponge, right? Come out, wherever you are, and greet the old lady who streams from afar. She streams from afar, she streams from afar. New Jersey, she said, is the name of her star. Renee, thank you. I don't know why I was thinking Cindy. I think there's a Cindy that has a similar name. She might be some kind of a wagon. All right, so if you want your channel put in, let Gail know. All right, so let's do the brush first. Jersey, she said, is the name of her star. Do 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 do. I'm getting everything covered up. Gotta find me a paper towel. Oh baby, oh baby. Can you see that? Let me hold her up. Now that's nice. Oops, hit the camera. So sorry. Now we've got Plumera. It's going to be the same way, thick and gunky. She says, hello, my little chicken pot pie. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see if I can get this. Now, see, that's kind of wet there. Let me just hit it with my heat gun. Heat gun. Now, don't be nervous. I have my plastic down, so my jelly plate is protected. I'm not putting heat on my plate. I think I may have really saturated those other pieces of fabric with this stuff and some water. All right, this is a really flimsy stencil that was in with all the stencils that I purchased from the same lady. She had a lot of really good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Now let's see if I can get in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so Renee's going to get coffee. Lori's getting a little sip of water. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this flower down here. I've got a lot of product right there. Oh, yeah. See, that looks cool. Now, that looks cool. Let's go back to this piece of fabric. All right. And let's, see, this is just the plastic. Oh, thank you, Amber. Yeah, I don't want folks to be disappointed, but I mean, that looks kind of cool, right? All right, so let's try, oh, I do, stencils down, stencils down. I do love me a good, you know, honeycomb. So now I've got a lot of product in that sponge. So I'm going to spritz the sponge. Put some water here. And let's see if I really rub this. Okay, so it's giving me the color, but it's not giving me the brightness. So let me get a little bit more of this, this out of the jar. So I'll use anything for a palette. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Now we already watercolored on the jelly plate here. So now I'm just putting some of this glaze over top. So that's kind of cool, right? I really thought the stuff I put in the GAC would work better. But it really isn't working that great. Okay, now let's see. A lot of my stencils just hit the floor. I don't know if I can get this to do anything. Okay, all right, Barbara. Thanks for letting me know, honey. Thank you. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think of what other color that I've got right here. I don't have any like black. This is a dark blue. I wonder if I used like a dry brush kind of a brush and scrubbed it into the fabric. If I can get some. Now this is really thick. Oops. Well, that's something you don't always want to hear, you know. You don't really want to hear the oops. Oopsies! Let's put a little bit of water. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So that got a little blurry, but I went fast. But that might be doable. But that's a nice dark color. All right, so let's get back to the plate. Let's try. I've got everything sitting up here on the keyboard. All right, so let's move these things off to the side. My little stencils. And I'll take my cover off. Oops. Sophia says, outstanding opportunity presenting suddenly. Excellent. Excellent. All right, so I have this fabric. This is really quite large. I'm going to tear a piece of this off. And this was a table cover that I picked up somewhere. Who knows? So let me just take a piece. I'm gonna tear it. Whoops! Scissors down. And I think I will need really acrylic paint for anything to show up on this. So I'm going to put out some acrylic paint. And anybody have any color suggestions if I can get to it? We'll see what anybody says. I'm definitely a green gal. Of course, Paula would always use Flopportunity, which I like too. Yeah, that's cute. I don't know if I know Paula. All right, so this here is a Hauser medium green. So let's put a little bit of that down. And I do like my purple. So let's grab a little purple. Teal. Anne says teal. All right. Get some of that. And let's see what I have here in teal. Of course, I can't turn my... Well, I've got a green teal. I'm not sure I can get my small wheel to turn. Let's see if I can do it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I'm telling you, if you could see what I see. Grab some of my stencils that took a header. Ooh, that's a nice one. Ooh, I like this one. This is a kind of a cityscape. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks. All right, here's more of a, this is a deeper teal. This might work. Dressed in holiday green. Up, up. All right, let's see. Let's just get rocking and a rolling here. Rocking and a rolling. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because I wasn't looking for perfect. I do like purple and teal blended together. Now, I was thinking about putting this stencil down. Now, I want something around the edges because, you know, why not, right? So, I'm going to put this over here. Oh, that's not going to be good there. It's not going to be good, Lori. Let's do some circles. This is just the lid of my water jug. All right, here we go. I don't think it really matters the side, which side. They kind of, both sides kind of look the same. Now I'm really going to press this. Purple and lime green. Okay, we'll do that next. I might have let that dry a little too long. Not sure I'm going to really be able to pick up much. Oh, more than I thought. That looks cool. Now, let's take the stencils off. Ooh. Ooh, I like the other side of that stencil. Okay, Renee's back. I'm going to go over here. Yeah, I like the circles too, Ian. I kind of got a little muddy. All right. I've got a lot on, all right, let me get this other, I don't know if it's too late. I'm going to put this other piece of fabric down, and I'm going to flip this stencil. It's crooked. It's crooked. See if I can get any of that down. Very little. But there was other stuff here. Now I still got some stuff here, right? So what color should I put down? Saturday morning then check. Let's see if I can get around to my wild. Oh, and there's a lime green of sorts. Let's see. This is Irish moss. Irish moss. A little bit of Irish moss. Oh dear, it's come out awful quick. We're going to have to brayer it off. Let's get the large brayer. Now that's quite dry on there, so we'll see what we can get. Move it around the plate. Nice thin coat. I see some circles. Alrighty then, let's see if I can pick it up. I'm going to try this piece of canvas. And then I'm going to use the edge of this over here. I'm going to just start making a mishmash. Got some nice greenery. I've got a lot of pattern there. That didn't do diddly squat. I've got some kind of a little fiber string. I think I put too thin of a coat of paint on. Let's get a lighter blue. Let's get this little. Now switching over here to the Bahama. Oh, I know I have this open Bahama blue. Well, they're all going to get open eventually, aren't they? So let's get this. I use my little X-Acto knife because I can't deal with that little film. I still have stuff under there. Now, I was thinking about doing a runner, so let me see if I can get something on the runner. Oh, this is a beautiful color. Mostly have green under there. I don't know if anything's going to pick up though. I might do more circles. I'm a jelly printer want to be. I got a little, or did I put that away? I had a little foam flower stamp here, but I might have gotten over anxious, overly neat, and put it away. See, that's what happens when you clean up. Oh, nope, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a couple little flowers in here. All right, now I'm just going to take this strip that I have and start laying that down. I think I might have to go, quicker because I don't want the paint to dry. All right. Oh, that's kind of cool. Now, I wonder what would happen if I spritz this with water. I like that, guys. I should have pressed my sides down better. to get the whole piece. That's kind of cool. I'm going to take this piece of denim and I'm going to spritz. Add some water. I'm not going to do anything else. Kellyanne says, I have 9 prompts done in my scavenger hunt journal, and she just started today. That's super. I just have a really nice light film on here. I think I want to use my little jelly plate. And I think I want to use it as a stamper. I'm going to let that dry a minute. And then I can let this dry too. I'm wondering if I can pick up any, see, because this is still juicy here. There's another thing, the one gal on YouTube, and you know what? I should write names down, and I don't. But she taped off the edge of some of her fabric, which I thought was cool. So she had a white border, and of course, I could not find my my wider blue tape. I could only find my narrow tape, and goodness, I mean, I have no idea where it is on this desk now. All right, so now that is nice and damp. I'm wondering if I spritz the back of this, if that will pick up more of what's on the plate. Now, what I'm thinking is once I get what I want, I can come back and I can stamp. I can stamp words. I can stitch. I can fill in. If I have a flower stamp that I want to use, then I can fill in with some stitching. I can put some fiber on. I can cut it up. So that's kind of cool, right? That kind of looks organic. And still, this looks cool. I might have to get a piece of paper to get, to really pull up on this. What else do I have down here? I've got this little square. This is like a cotton blend. Okay, so Sophia says would be nice on a Titan buff or cream paint if you pull it. But what should I pull it up on? Should I pull it up on paper? I could go grab paper. What do I have down there? I have tea or coffee sitting there. I guess it's coffee. Oh, this is a rosy beige. I was wondering what the coffee would be like. Right, don't waste it, Lori. Natural boof and natural boof. Yeah, right. I see what you're saying, Gail. Yeah, I'm with you. All right, hold on. I got some really large paper. Maybe I could put it on an envelope. Then that could make a journal, an envelope journal. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go. Yeah, here's some big paper. Big paper. But see, I promised fabric, so I want to do fabric stuff too. The wheels on the bus. Okay, I got some gigantic paper. Actually, it looks pretty cool sitting here next to me with all these different things. Okay, so here's some natural buff Deco Art Americana. Now this is very dry. And I always feel like I should be going faster, and I think I need this wetter. More wetter. If my hair would stop falling out of my head, I might be a little more successful. I got another hair on there. All right. Time to rock and roll it. Time to rock and roll and rock and roll and do 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 do. Oh, I've got all that texture from the fabric. That's not bad. I mean, the grays and the pinks, you know, could have chose better colors. But I don't know if you can see all the texture from the different fabrics. Over here it's a real fine. Over here it's more of an open weave. Huh? Cool, right? Now this, I don't know if that's it might just be a dink in my, might be a dink in my plate. All right, let me go back to, all right, I want to try, I'm going to put some water on my plate. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. That turned out not too bad, Kathy, right? All right, let me go into my Gacky stuff here. Let's use my GAC 200 stuff. And I'm just mushing this around. Just mushing. Now this is all like the same kind of color family. Purple and reds. Purple and red. Purple and red. Woo! Now we got a little bit of fuchsia. for a lot of fuchsia. Now I think I'm going to roll this out. Roll out the barrel. Let's move this little girl over here. Move this over here. Yeah, that's not. Ugh. Maybe I shouldn't have rolled. Let's stamp a little. Just because I have it here, and we'll see if this does anything. Now I'm going to pick up a piece of, I have another piece of the, if I can grab it quick, canvas. I'm going to put this down. I love painted canvas for journal covers. Now that was the GAC 200 that I had mixed with my pigment powders. Now I think when I did those other ones, I think I mixed the pigment powders with Mod Podge maybe, or the Golden Matte Medium. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so I've still got a lot of this stuff left. I want to get an old brush. One that I'm not. Okay, Sophia. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. You have a great evening. Okay, let me grab my this teal color I made. I'm going to put this on with a brush. Now, I'm not too crazy about that denim piece, so I think I'm going to put the denim piece on this. Right, it would, Kathy, right. I misplaced my paper towel. Okay, let's see. Now I'm going to use maybe some of this lime green. Add some of that in. Kellyanne's got lunchtime for her. Thanks, Kellyanne. You have a great afternoon. Thanks for coming. Okay, so now let's get some of this fuchsia color. And then I'm going to use up this rust. Well, it really looks more like a goldy orange kind of. Now I've got a one of these little tools up here by Vicki Boutin. And it's got all these different little things on it. So I'm just going to make some marks. Okay. And then I'm going to plop down this piece of denim that I'm not too crazy about. Let's see what we get. I'm going to put that there. And then, of course, I still have some more here. So let's pick that up with something else. This, I think, is a piece of that shower curtain. There might go. I wasn't sure I could get my... I'm going to just cut a narrow strip of this. And then I'm going to take the other piece here. So you can see some of it starting to seep through, which I think might be a good thing. Seeping through a little bit there, maybe. I'm just giving it a press, just like you would on a jelly plate. I saw Devin use the lid of like a big jar. That was a great idea, I think. I gotta steal a jar lid. That's cool. I don't want it to fall on the tray. This is looking better. I think I need something light on here to perk up that denim. But see, now I still have this coolness on the plate. So what color? I'm going to pick this up with paper, I think. But what color should I use on the paper again? Should I use the buff? The buff kind of like gave it a brown. I wonder if I just pick it up on white, with white. What do you think? Anybody have an opinion? If I pick it up with white, maybe I'll see more of the colors that's on the plate. Got any gold you could splash on that? It would be cool on the denim. Ooh, amber. White is good too. Hey, Candy. I think I said hi to Candy. Gold. Gold in our hills. Let's put out some gold over here. It's really kind of a bronzy kind of a, let's see. I'm gonna add some water to that. Need more water. More water, please. Oh, I should have spritzed it. I could have spritzed the water on there. I love when it makes those lines. Am I alone, or do you guys like that too? I like the, now should I let these spritzers dry? Now if I pick it up with the denim, I guess it won't smear, right? Because the stuff underneath is really kind of dry. I'm going to go for it. I don't know how well it will show up. Yeah, I love the lines too, Amber. A little bit, not so much. Just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can really see it. See, the problem with some of the fabric, oh, I know. How about this? With some of the fabric is like the lines from the where I tear it, or I've torn it, I should say. Look. Oh, maybe splash directly on the denim. Oh, that's an idea. I was thinking maybe splash it with some white. Man, I wish I could get this up on. Oh, there's Carol. Oh, maybe that's the Carol that came in. Hi, Carol. I missed you earlier. Hey there, Stephanie. Christine G. Hi. Does anybody know what I could put on this to be able to pick it up on the fabric? On fabric? Ooh. Hey, Laura. Hi. Nice to see you. There's our Laura. Okay. If I spritz water, do you think I could get it on, see, Tanya and, Lisa did it so long ago. I don't really remember. I should have looked at their video again. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Laura. Laura, how old is Cole now? He's gotta be old. He's gotta be old. I'm gonna try water. And I'm just gonna spritz and put a piece of fabric down. I think I'm gonna use, this. Just a fine mist. Well, it's not fine. It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy on the mist. 13 last Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Because I know my grands. Well, how about your Laura, how about your little niece? Do you have a little niece? Was her name Charlotte? Because my granddaughter is Charlotte. I seem to remember. Was her name Charlotte? How old is she now? She's got to be then what? 4? Is she 4? Something like that? Close to that? Okay. So picked up a little, not much. 2.5. Okay, so I was a little off. My goodness. Okay, I'm just sopping up. All right, so now I'm going to use white, and I'm going to pick this up, I think, on one of my envelopes, one of my large, they're not manila, they're that like orangey. Her brother is almost 5. Good grief. So my granddaughter is 7 already, and my grandson is 4. All right, so putting some white on the plate. And I'll get my big roller if I can. There it is. Get my scissors back in their tub. I might as well put some white on that. I got it. Might as well put it on there. I'm putting a piece of fabric down there. I don't know if that's going to work. I know I should move quicker. All right, I'm putting one of these down. Yeah, they're fun ages. And of course, the 7-year-old, she knows everything there is to know on the planet. Gray and pink is a good combo candy. I like that too. And I like pink and I'm really not a pink person. I said that before, but I like pink and brown, like a chocolate brown. Lori, Gail says, after you put the fabric down, leave it there and press for a bit. Okay. This is a little unruly. A little unruly. This looks very weddingish, like a light pink with lots of gold. Didn't pick up a lot of that color, I guess, was gone. Whoa. Oh, I got some of the scudge that was on the edges, which is cool. Not too bad. Now this one, I had the little flowers, acrylic paint, and then I put, yes, that really didn't see. I still got my flowers there. Didn't really do anything. I don't think I had it wet enough. I really would like to pick that up. I wonder if I could do it with purple. Let's try. Let's try. I don't know. There's something very satisfying when you roll this and brayer it and it brayers really nicely. I don't know. It's like crazy. Okay, I don't want to really sit that down on my, but I don't want this to dry. Okay, so now I'm really pressing and I'm going to leave it sit here for a bit. Now I'm going to go back to the watercolor because I have some other fabric that I want to get some watercolor on. So let's, now I don't know if Tanya is coming on today. She did have her surgery. I'm so bad. I thought of her often. I keep thinking, I have to message her. I have to message her. And then it's like, 11:30 at night. I'm not messaging people at 11:30 at night. I'm just was raised differently. And it's like, you don't message people you don't know, like my sisters I would. Don't let it too long. All right, Gail. I just I got those little flowers are still there. Now I've got a nice square of purple. I don't know if they're ever coming off. Okay. All right, let's spritz again. Spritz again, spritz again. And I'm liking the orange and the teals and the purple. I'm going to get my big old brush. Right, Laura? Yeah, that's how I was raised. And unless it's emergency, I mean, really, I don't really need to. But it's the same with my bonus son who lives in England. By the time I get in my comfy chair at night and I start thinking, oh, I wonder how Garrett's doing in the family, it's way too late to call him. Sometimes there have been an occasion where I forget and I do send him a message and he's like, what are you doing? Oops, I forgot. I'll pick up a little blue. Now I really want to saturate this with color. And by that I mean, I think I'm just going to spray a lot of extra water on it. Now, like I said earlier, if you weren't here, I'm using my Inktense color blocks so that when the fabric dries, what time is it? I was just going to say, Laura, you watch? Oh, no, it's not time yet. I was wondering if you had the football game on. My son went down to the Eagles game today. It's their last home game, I think. Okay, let's see. I have this man's hanky. Kind of vintage, I would say. And it's almost a perfect size. Oh, look, I wonder if yeah, maybe I'm smearing that paint and I'm getting that pattern. Oh, you're still getting pummeled on the West Coast? My neighbor's so funny. The nurse that comes and helps her with her care, she needs to go out to California for a memorial service. This is a grown woman, but my neighbor who's 94, well, you better check the flights. I said, she's a grown gal. She's a nurse, so she's got some smarts. I think she'll be okay to, travel and do what she needs to do. Oh, we have it on. So you're the Giants. All right, I won't hold it against you. Won't hold it against you. So that's kind of different because when I rub the fabric, it elongated those strips of paint, where one of the other ones earlier, this little narrow piece, you can see the drips. And what does Laura say about, my daughter lives in Philly, though it's wild there with the, oh yeah, for sure. See, this was more of the drippage. But I think I would like to put maybe a leaf. I'm going to iron this one, okay? And let's see what we can do with this. Now this is the watercolor, and Lori is still moving stuff around. So I'm gathering stuff for my scavenger book too. And I found a little package of ephemera that had like solar, stuff in it. I don't know how Janet words it on the list. Like planets or something like that. I think there's something like that on the list. I don't have a lot of that stuff. So when I saw that ephemera, I pulled it out. So when I started to go through there and pull out what I wanted, I found a little piece of paper. It says coupon. Well, I quick grabbed that because I know I need some coupons. I scored some candy wrappers. Got those tucked in my book. Kathy, Calico Kate, did a white page the other night. It turned out really pretty. And she put a secret message on there, which isn't really so secret. It turned out cool. All right, now. Okay, so if I lay this on my jelly plate. Oh, my son told me the Eagles play at 1 today. Maybe he was going down to tailgate early, and maybe the game doesn't actually start till later. That could be. That could very well be. This feel nice. Yeah, that narrow piece turned out pretty cute. All right, let's see here. I just keep moving Peter to pay Paul. Okay, let's see what I have here. Here's some leaves. I like those leaves. Okay, so it's 4. So I guess he's going down the tailgate. That's mom misunderstood. Okay, so look. Now what if there's Kim. Hi, Kim. What if I put this on the plate with acrylic? And then go like this. Moving Peter to paper. I made you spit. Sorry about it. Okay, so let me get a nice green here. Let's see. Gail's off. Okay, Gail. Have a good afternoon. Thank you so much. Kathy Berg's watching the Patriots and the Buffalo. Okay. All right, now let's see. Where's my little... I think I want to use my little jelly plate as a vehicle to hold my paint and brayer it on. Hey, there's Julie Parker. Hi, Julie Parker. So I'm going to try to get it as much in the leaves as I like in the stencil part, and not so much of an overflow. Now I don't have a real little brayer, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I can just do this little one. And I want to move fairly quickly because I don't want that paint to dry, because I want it to soak into my fabric. Pull it up. I've got to brayer off that. Okay, let's see. Oh, and I don't want to smear it like I did the other one. Maybe if I used a piece of paper. Wait a minute, I'll read chat in a second. I'm grabbing paper. Okay, I have such a mess here. Paint, not pay. Oh, I said paint. Well, if it goes over, you can wipe it off. True, Julie, true. But then I have more time for it to dry. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to hurry. I don't know. Gail said leave it sit a little minute, but not too long. It might take me 4 days to clean up my mess. I like it. What else can I add to that? Let's see. What else did I pull out? There's more leaves. More leaves here. I thought I pulled out some little birds. Some little Birds. Birds might have taken a, yep, the birds took a header off of the, here we go, hold on. I got my old lady pincher. Got my old lady pincher. Those birds do not want to be corralled. Okay, old lady pincher comes in handy again. All right. Okay, now let's see. The birds. The birds. See, that's cute, right? What color do I want the birds? I don't think I want them green. I'm just stamping on anything. Blue. Julie says blue. That's a good idea. All right, let me pull up my... Yeah, it's just not doing anything. Huh. Bluebirds. Bluebirds. Here's a teal. Let's do this. It's a kind of a bluey teal. And it's right handy. Maybe I should do that and purple. Huh? Were you thinking it? Were you thinking it? That's too much for this little plate. It's all right. I'll brayer it off because I'm getting to be a whiz at the brayering. Now, if you hear a loud noise, just don't be alarmed. It's just everything on my desk falling. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, really, when that brayer's on, and it's so lovely, it goes on so smoothly. It's just like a wonderful thing. See, now when I have this on my little dish, when I go cattywampus or off and it drips, it doesn't make a mess. I forgot what I was doing, kids. And I forgot I wanted to put them on here. Wow. Life with the elderly. Very, very scary. Here we go. You wondered right, Julie. Totally forgot. I'm very touchy, like textile, you know, like I love feeling. Hey, there's Dana. Hi, Dana. Oh my gosh, I just love. See, I could just rub this all day long. I don't know. I don't see any little birds. Oh, there's a few. I make a cute cover. I need something down here. Let's take some of this. And stamp. Does anybody know if Tanya's coming on today? I'll just do 3. And then I'm going to take that corner and just press down. Sorry for the white paper. Yeah, I would be surprised too, Julie, but she might just feel like chatting. All right, see, so, you're starting to see where you can do some stuff. She can't use her right arm for a while. Yeah, I got to get a hold of her. Just check in on her. All right, okay, let's do something brighter. I wanted to add to this. I think I want to add, well, maybe brighter's not the word. Maybe I want to add to this. Oh, she can't even text? Oh, okay. I mean, I have no idea about that surgery. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pick this up first. So let's use, gosh, I like that too. I like that piece too. Yeah, see, this is getting a little stiffer, which is nice. But see, this is all real soft right here. Okay, so I've got the little birds. I've got some leaves under there, and there's a couple of flowers. I think I'll pick that up on paper. So let me use, I'm going to use this Bahama blue. It's just this little area here. Let's see if I can pick this up on paper. Whoop, 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 whoop. Doesn't that look pretty? Can you guys see that? Oh, I would like to have that on paper. Yeah, it just doesn't look as nice on paper. All right, so I've got some Timmy, or it might not be Timmy. It might be, oh, I don't know, the Reevely girl. I don't know. All right, Kathy says, I'm going to Penny's tomorrow, and if time, I'm going to see about running. Oh, that would be nice. Not Penny's, Pensacola. Gotcha. Okay. I was just thinking Penny's was near wherever she lives. Oh, girls and Raul. That's probably one of the best schools I've ever had in my entire life. I can't believe that. Man, I wish I was on the fabric. I can see all the fabric marks. I'll tell you, if nothing else, the fabric puts really neat marks in the paper, which then you can pull up. I really like that one. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. Okay, so I think I want to mess around with some of those glazes. But I'm trying to think how I can get them on the plate to pull on the fabric and like get some intense color. Now, some of these I was thinking I just want little strips, that I could wrap around or just put a portion on a cover. Now, this is kind of wild, right? But then I have this stencil that's like a, where did I put it? It's a, like a horizon, like a, not a horizon. It's like buildings, like, what do you call it? I will show you. I would think that would look cool on there, but I'm not sure how I can get it. That needs to be scanned to the computer. Oh gosh, I don't even know if I know how to do that. See, and then this way it's just the buildings. All right, let me put this down on the plate. I'm going to take a sponge. I waited too long. I finally got those little flowers to come up. I'm going to take a little sponge and I'm going to add some paint on here. Okay, so what color do I want? That's like an orangey. I've got a little bit of shimmer in here. I wonder if I put some of this Jazzmatazz here, this Jazzmatazz here, not in the, wonder if I put it in, see my mouth can't catch up with my brain. If I put it in that tray that I had with those here, but with Mod Podge. I've got some Mod Podge. I'm going to try not to hit my camera. I just did. Sorry. I want to see what the difference is from that GAC 200. All right, so I'm just squeezing out some Mod Podge. Gosh, I haven't used this in a long time. That's quite a lot, Lori. I'm a heavy squeezer. Hi, my name is Lori, and I'm a heavy squeezer. All right, this is my powder. Let me grab one of my little ultra small spoons. I'm going to dump quite a bit in there because I want to use it for that whole area. Now let's mix. I think I'm going to need to add some water. I had somebody ask me if I was from Pennsylvania. She said I sounded like it, and I was thinking she meant, I forget who asked me that. She left me a message on one of my lives. And I thought it was from something I said, but I think she meant it was from the sound of my voice. Like, a Philly accent. Well, that looks kind of yummy, actually. All right. I'm not sure those sponges are ever going to come back to life. Now I've got my sponges buried over here. It's a little wonky. A little wonky. I'm going to try to just go fairly quickly because I don't want it to dry. And I'm going to make it thick because I want to get it on my fabric. And I want it to be enough. I think I've been a little too stingy. Yeah, it could be the way I say water. Actually, I say water. When I say water, I'm really trying to think about it. Water. And Florida. And orange. Okay. Where did I put my... Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. You say water, Carol? Where are you from? Yeah, I say water. And I don't really think about it until I go to spell it. Where's my papier? Try not to smush that too much. I really like where I used that Vicky Bouton scrapey thing too. What a mess. Look. Abington. Oh, okay. That is an epic fail. All right. Where's my brayer? Let me get a little spritz. Oh, I didn't pick up the stencil. Moved to Colorado. The waitress couldn't understand you. Well, Julie, you forgot to tell me to pick up the stencil. Let's see if this does anything. Let's just see. This might be kind of cool. We just had our friends that we play pinochle. Oh, I wonder if we're playing tonight. Play pinochle with. They moved out to Colorado. Oh, I guess it's been 2 years now. And my girlfriend grew up in New Brunswick, New Jersey. I'm not sure about her hubby. I think he might have been from a different area. Well, you can cut. Oh, yeah, this is kind of cool, guys. Look. That's kind of cool, right? Hmm. Mm. Mm. If I... All right, let me see if I can pick this up and clean the plate. I think I'd like to do that other stencil. And get the skyline. I guess that's the word I was trying to think of. Get the skyline. And with the water on a piece of fabric might be cool. kind of cool. Let me see, just a very faint. That might be neat on a journal page. Okay, so that's not really. Let's get a piece of. How am I doing here? Okay, so most of you are hanging with me. Okay, let me just get this off. All right. Screech, screech. Now this has the water. Oh, look, I have a lot down there. Ooh, let's pick that up with something. Let's pick that up with something. Let's pick that up, boys and girls. It's just going to make a mess, I think, but it'll be all right. Okay, Kim's out of here. Thank you, Kim. Have a great day. Good evening. And we'll see you soon. Okay. I just mopped that up. Okay. All righty. So now this is nice and wide. I do like that end of it. So maybe I'll work with this end of this piece. Now I've got all that orange. You know what? I'm going to do orange in the buildings, and then I'm going to use this darker acrylic paint to do the water area. So I'm going to get that out and get that ready because I think I'm going to have to go fairly quickly to get it to work. So I'm going to grab another sponge. And okay, I'm off to the races. So I'm really going to try to move quickly and just get this orange on this top part. Now, like I said, this is really thick. Now I'm going to go into the blue and don't think I have enough blue out. Now the fabric that I have that I'm going to put this on is damp. So I think that might help me pick this up. Now I'm going to take the stencil off this time, which I didn't do before. And I'm going to put my fabric down. And I'm just pressing. I don't want to smear because when I smeared it before, while it looked good, it really changed the outcome of the print. I really kind of like that light. That's upside down, but you are, Julie? Cool. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think I got a little bit of the skyline. We'll see. Yeah, I think I could have overlapped it a bit better. So I don't know that anybody other than us would know what that's supposed to be, right? That looks cool there, but and I think I did it on the wrong side, which really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit. All right. I'm also wondering how powder, just if I put I don't know if I can read. Oh, I do have a magnifying glass here now. What did I do with it? Here we go. Iridescent sparkle in a jar. Create your own paint. 100% pure ground color and minerals that refract light. Here we go. For smaller projects, pour amount of acrylic medium in a craft cup. Wet a paintbrush in the medium and dip the wet brush into the pigments. Ooh. Oh. Hmm. Well, maybe that's what I did before. All right, let's see what else. Now, I have this piece of fabric that I said I really wouldn't use this for anything. But if you're going to give me something, generally I'm going to take it. Hey, there's Barbara Clark. Hi, Barbara. That's true, Barbara. Very good point. Very good point. Okay, so this is just a little light blue fabric. Yeah, I knew what you meant. And it's just got little white bows on it. I guess she had a whole bunch of it for a project she had left over. I was asking a couple of friends for scraps off their floor, fabric scraps off. That's before my fabric started to, you know, recreate and multiply in my craft room. Okay, let's see what else I have here. Uh, let's do some more watercolor. See if I can pick up something on this. I'm going to get my big brush. And being it's blue already, let's get into the blues. I haven't done anything blue. I'm going right over top of that stuff. It's probably not going to come up or go anywhere. Yeah, I think I did do that before. And I think I might have done it earlier today. But we could do it again. Oh, look, I'm splashing. I'm a splashing. Mama, she's a splashing. Let's pick up some purple down here. That's what these are, Barbara. Ink tints. So that when the watercolor dries, it'll be permanent. My throat is getting very dry. Christine G, you're cute. You're a little hug bug. She's a little hug bug. Oh, that looks cool. All right, let's stop some more. I have some more drippage up here. Let's stop that up. I like that. The orange stuff that I didn't pull up kind of acted like a stencil. You can kind of see the shape of the skyline right there. I'm going to do some more of that. So I'm using fabric that I wouldn't normally use for anything, and I'm giving it a second life. And I'm going right over. Now I'm getting messy. I'm spritzing. I don't want to spritz yet. I have to tap a little more gently. There's some purple down here, up into the blues in my Intense palette. So I'm going right over that. I used the Mod Podge and some of my pigment powder and did a couple of pulls. And now I'm putting watercolor, just tapping watercolor on top. And I did the top half of this piece of fabric. Now I'm going to hopefully pick up some more on the bottom half. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to do a little bit more. It's still just a little bit wet there, but not wet enough for me to pick up some color. So let me put some more down. And then I'm going to iron this so it dries. And that'll dry it quicker than my heat gun. And then I'm going to put a stencil on it. And I'm going to use a brush and some of my powders right out of the jar and see if we can get something to show up on this blue fabric. It's a real pale and it's a real lightweight Candy's got to go iron wax out of a sweatshirt. It's cool that you can do that. Okay, Candy. Nice to see you. Have a good evening. Okay. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit of water on my plate here and pick up what's left over on these blank areas. See if I can get some more color here. Well, I like that. Oops, sorry. I like that a whole lot better than the original fabric. I gotta tell you. So that's kind of cool. Look at my hands. That's kind of cool. All right, so baby wipe. Now I do have some of this GAC 200 sitting here, but I'm gonna use I guess I could use that instead of wasting it. Now I want a color that's going to show up on this blue, so that ought to be let's see what I have pulled out. Jilly. Hi, Jilly. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you. I don't think I have seen you to say Happy New Year. All right, I'm going to iron this. And I'm going to put down my favorite print so far that we did. Now, this is on paper, but turned out really cute. So you can be looking at that instead of that jelly plate while I iron this here piece of fabric, which only will take a moment. This moment in time. I feel like I'm designing handkerchiefs or something. Now I'm trying to think what stencil I want to use. This really does look cool. Like I said, nothing like admiring your own work. Now this isn't super dry, but it's pretty dry. And like I said, this piece of fabric is very lightweight. It's not a heavy cotton. It's a very, very lightweight. All right, now I threw some of these powders in my drawer here, and some are over here. And what the jar says is to get out some medium, like a golden matte medium type of thing, and use your paintbrush. So, what's that? This stencil's kind of cool. Let me see if we can do anything with this. All right, this could get messy. All right, so I have ginger flower, which looks purple in the jar. This is black orchid, apple blossom, teal zion. That might be a little too much. A hot cinnamon. Oh, that's one of the colors I have. Oh yeah, these are all those colors. Terracotta rose. I'm not sure if I used that one. And this one is pear blossom. That might be a little light. All right, let's go for it. So I'm going to get a paintbrush. Maybe maybe a large square. Put that in some water. I don't have any of that pixie spray. That would be a good thing, I think, that Kathy suggested earlier. I want to kind of stay away from the this hot cinnamon's really kind of a cool color. Let's try the hot cinnamon. So I've just got the powder, and it says to tip your brush in your medium and then go in and get your powder, your pigment. It doesn't say to put it out on a different, palette, so even if it's clumpy, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's going down pretty well. It is getting a little clumpy. It's getting a little clumpish. These powders are called primary elements, and I don't know if you can buy them anymore. I got these from a gal. I bought a lot of her art supplies. She was going in a different direction, and I've had them several years. I'm sure she had them several years. All right, now I'm going to lift the stencil. It's kind of a, it kind of bleh. Let's try again. I'm going to blot that with another piece of this fabric. That all ran together. It looks like a crime scene. Crime scene. All right, this one is called Ginger Flower. It looks purple. I'm going to put a little bit a little. It comes out very quickly. Barbara said, I have Pearl 9 powders. I wonder if they're similar. Hey, there's Beth Schuler. I don't know, Barbara. Let's see. I don't know if I can read what it says. I don't think it says what's in them. Tells me to keep myself in a well-ventilated place, but I don't see an ingredient thing. It says iridescent sparkle in a jar. Create your own paint. Visit. Wow, I can't read that. Visit. Uh, dreamingcolor.com for tutorials and project ideas. Eileen says elements are easier to use than pearls. Thank you, Eileen. All right, I'm going to try the flower. And I'm going to maybe thin out this medium a little bit. Maybe with a little shot of water. And then hopefully it will soak into the fabric. Yeah, I did do that earlier, Julie. I've got it over here on this little palette. And then when I read on the jar, it said to go into the medium and then right into the powder. So that's what I'm trying now. Maybe I just need to press down a little harder on my stencil to try to move that color. Oh, Eileen said the powders, these elements are great mixed in molding paste. I don't think I have that. I guess like a texture paste too, maybe, Eileen? Now this is a lot, I'm using it a lot thinner. I put some water in the, what did I use earlier? The GAC 200. Yes, Eileen says yes. Okay, cool. I'm adding just a little so that the medium's not as thick. And if I used a sponge, it probably would be better. But see, if I stamped, say, a flower or an image that you could fill it in, paint in it, I think that's what I did before on one of the Friday hops. And they turned out really cute. All right, now let's reveal. That's a little better. Can you guys see that? Look, I've got all my jars out. Let me close this one up. Oh no, girls, look. My favorite print. I didn't take it up and I went right through. Oh, isn't that sad? Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh, I ruined my print. For what? For what? It looks like a crime scene. That one doesn't look too bad. All right, let's do a little Let's do a little more fussing over here. Let's take that brush. And Eileen's saying she thinks Pearl X only works nice on clay. Yeah, I forgot I put it down. I was protecting my jelly plate and I forgot I put it down. Let's see. The hot cinnamon is what I used there, I think. Black orchid. Oh, that makes me so sad. I'll have to cut it apart. Oh, thank you, Kathy. It'll be all right. I'll put a sticker on top. I'll put a sticker on top of it. Gosh. Come here and learn what not to do 24/7. All right, this here is gold dust. I think I'm gonna, if I can find it, use my little honeycomb. That's really not that little, is it? All right, so I'm going back in that medium. I'm going to use some Mod Podge. It is. It's still pretty on the outskirts. Hey, it's art. What can we say? It happens. Add some texture paste and then use it in the stencil. Okay, Eileen. On the fabric, or should I put it on paper? All right, so let me where's my texture paste? I want to overlap this, I think. Cover up that blob of Good idea. Try paper first. Okay. Hold on, let me do this. This is kind of cool. All right. Now I know I have it right here. My texture paste is probably really dry. All right, this is grit paste. We don't want that, right, Eileen? We want like a regular. Oh, my bones are stiff. Hold on. I gotta rearrange a few things here. Collage medium. Texture paste. Now, what color do we want? What color? I mean, I have tons of colors, but I wasn't going to get them all out because they're... All right, somebody tell me a color. Eileen said, use gum Arabic in Pearl. Is it Pearl 9? Is that what it's, or it's just called Pearl? Oh, I see the L on the X, Pearl X. Okay. So let's put the fabric up for a moment. I don't want to ruin this because I kind of like this. because I already ruined my other little one. Gosh. And there's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. And she's saying Pearl X works great if you use it as a binder. Okay. So I've got a sheet of paper. Now, I've got my texture paste. Did I use the ginger flower? Now I'm looking for a palette knife, which could be a stretch at this point. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. Could be a stretch. I had a couple of, well, they're kind of large. I know I have one in by the sink. And I had one on my table. Skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. There he is. We got it. I got it. All right, I got to move my stuff. All right, Julie said, okay, I'm missing some of the chat. I'm coming in part way here. Julie said it's a It's a transparent, it is transparent and great to add a top layer after you have pulled off a print already. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab a, let me do a leaf. Let me do a leaf. All right, so texture paste. And I need to put this out on a palette. Wow, I don't have anything clean. I use everything upside down and backwards. Here we go. I'm using the back I'm using the back end of this. I'm using this. My texture paste is really, you know, okay. I'm working it. I'm working it. It's getting softer. I'm working it. All right, I didn't see anybody suggest a color. So mix it in the paste first. Right. Gotcha. So I'm going to go with Apple Blossom. Blue. Sorry, Beth. My fabric I was working with is all blue. So I was trying to pick something other than blue. Patina. I don't know if I have a patina. I probably do. Oh, I forgot. Most of us don't like pink. Well, Apple Blossom. I was thinking it would be might be a little more red, but all right. Let's add. Where's that other wacky color that says hot cinnamon? I'm going to add some hot cinnamon in here. See what that does. We're doing a mixed. Ooh. Now it really looks like a crime scene. Not too much because it will dull the, oh, Oh. Oh. Okay, Julie. It's like hamburger. You don't want to do it or it's gonna get too tough. Too tough. All right, let's do this little flower. That's really not an attractive color. It looks like a deep coral. I don't see any shine left in that. You know, some days my camera's not too bad with the white, but today's not a good day. Oh, that was a different topic? Okay, so now I'm going to try it on the fabric. Amber says it looks nice to her. This piece of fabric needs some help. Let's try this. Laura, I used have Ranger's texture paste. That's all it says. Yeah, it could still apply, Julie. Yeah, you're right. All right. I really like this here. Now, what would happen if I added some white paint into this to kind of like lighten it up? I'm thinking I'd like to put a leaf or something right here. Maybe I will do blue. Where did I put mine? I've lost control. She's lost control. I see some. I see some here. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's really too big. I see something pink. Oh, you know what? I got plenty of fabric here. Let's just get another piece of fabric. Oh, I've got that ugly denim. Why don't I use my denim? Right? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, my texture paste is drying in my on my stencil and in my what did I do with my denim? Here he is. He's so ugly. It's really ugly. All right, let's straighten this puppy out. And I had some swirls. I don't know, this might be a little too flimsy. We'll try. We'll try it. It's really not a bad color. It's more red now than it was pink. There it's kind of ombre-ish. Kathy, you got everything down there. I have a little bit of denim. I just buy old jeans and cut them apart. I don't want to take all your stuff. All right, I'm using all of this up. All right, now for the big reveal. Ba, 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 ba. Oh. That looks cool. But see now when it dries, I'm wondering if it's gonna stay on the fabric or if trust me, I have plenty. Or if I'm gonna be able to pick that up, just pick it all off. Cool. Thanks, Eileen. That's cool. All right, now I'm gonna get a baby wipe and just kind of gently rub this. I'll rub it up, dub it. See, it's more of a coral. It's not really a pink. All right, I've been on a while, guys. Yeah, it looks cool, right, Laura? All right, let's do one last thing, and then I probably should get skedaddling so you folks can have some of your afternoon, and then Mary will be on later. It really looks kind of cool like that too, right? What did I use that other paste? Oh, that flower. All right. I've got threads everywhere. 6:07 a.m. for Julie. Your day's just beginning. All right, let's clean there. Hey, there's Sophia. She's back. How was dinner? Got those kids all fed? Okay. All right, so that's my powders. So let's see what we did so far. So we got this cool little number. We just did the texture paste on the fabric. Dinner was yum. Even if the 5-year-old threw a drop at it. Okay. I want to put that somewhere where it stays flat and it's going to dry. And now she's having strawberry. She's armed with strawberry flavored chocolate. All right. Okay. So then I did some watercolor. Now this kind of is cool. I had forgotten to pick up the stencil when I did this. And so this was what was left on the plate and I spritzed it with water. I know some of this stuff, I'm not going to remember what I did. This is a very light piece of blue fabric with little white bows on it, which I don't care for. And so I put watercolor on the plate, Inktense water block stuff. And then I painted some of the powder through. And of course, this is the one that ruined my good paper print. And then I just started messing around with some of the other powders and some Mod Podge that I put on my little mixer palette over here. This is just a runoff of some stuff. This one is a strip. A lot of this is watercolor, I believe, on the plate. Spritz with extra water, and then here I did the skyline with the pigment powders, and this is just acrylic paint that's supposed to look like, water in front of the buildings. Can't really tell. This one is the one I used, the Vicky Bouton little scratchy tool. But I like this piece of fabric. I think this, oh, there's the right side of that. See, I really like that. I like that a lot. Oh, and this was the first piece I did. Now see, here's some paper that, I got some prints from. There's the infamous bird stencil. This was watercolor, the first one we started. Watercolor, picked it up on the fabric and then did some stenciling. This was acrylic, and this was also the paint powders. This is another vintage napkin, I believe. And so again, watercolor on the gel plate. And then painted using a stencil, again with those powders. These, hey, there's Murray. And these I think might have been mixed with the GAC 200. All right. Another one. This was, I put the watercolor down on the gel plate, and when I put the fabric down, I moved my hands back and forth. And so the puddles of water made almost like a striped pattern. And then this is, we put, I think so, Sophia, because it says that it would dry, take away tack, and it would become more hard. And it says it's for a porous surface, but it did very well, and it's really feels soft where I used it. It doesn't feel hard. This, I think, was just regular acrylic paint. We then put the stencil down on the jelly plate, and then used it as like a stamping mechanism. Now the GAC 900 that APG Jamie used, it says on the bottle that is to help your acrylic paint stay pliable and soft, and that it doesn't crack. This is an epic fail. I went to try to pick up something. This is canvas. So maybe we'll do something real quick on this. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one was watercolor, and then I stamped my little foamy stamp, and then just picked up, this is also canvas. Sophia said, I know Dot has done a lot of painting, inking on her own fabric. Don't know if she uses the GAC 200 though. Yeah. Did I miss Pam? Hi, Pam. And so I really like that one. This one's not too bad either. Oh, this was one of the first ones. So I put down some, gosh, I think this might have been regular paint. And I did rings. I think there's some watercolor on here too. This is still damp. But this, just like Lisa and Tanya would say, and probably all of you would say, Eileen would say, you just keep printing until you get something you like, Devin. So this is something I would probably still try to print on again. Now this is fabric that had a print. It's kind of a beige color with a white flower. So we printed on that. Again, you can see the rings. And this was that one stencil I used. Oh, that had the flower that I was just painting. Right, so that one. Oh, and then my strip. We started out with this, and I had flour on the jelly plate, and this is acrylic paint. And then we splashed some gold paint. But I thought this might be cool if I come back and use a stamp on it. And maybe do something on the other side. And then this, well, I don't even have to do it on the other side, because if I use this as a snippet, You know, I could add buttons and do some stitching on this, girls. Stitching. Look, see, and then I can make a little roll. A little roll scroll. Nice. I might come back and do the edges so I have color all the way out to the edges. Right? I'm loving that. See, I'm a freak. I love that. I have another piece here. This was the top of a shower, a cloth shower curtain, you know? I know, right? The skinny strip is really cool. Maybe we should do another one of that. I don't know how long y'all want to hang out. My neighbor probably thinks I died. I usually call her every day, but when I stream, I call her later in the day. This had some weird clamps on the top of it. But see, here's another strip. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. I feel like there's something else we did. Oh, and of course, you know, this with the texture paste. That's still really, really wet. And then I did some paper pulls. This is the one I ruined because I had it underneath and then I painted that stupid stuff through, went through the fabric. But this was one of the best pulls I've ever had in my life. Of course, that's on paper. And this is a cute little pull. These are cute on paper. You know, just cleaning off the paint off of the plate. This one you can see just a little bit of the skyline. Kathy slow stitches, so she's not in any hurry to go anywhere. All right. And then I pulled off on an envelope, which, you know, well, you would pull again on that. That's pretty gnarly. And this one's not too bad. It's just that it looks better in person than it does on the screen. So I'm hoping maybe when I watch the replay, this will look a little better. So if we do another strip, I kind of don't want to mess with this one because I kind of like this. If I do another strip, do you want me to try the watercolor or do you want me to try some acrylic? This was acrylic. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so here I'm going to pull off my samples. All right, let's see. Watercolor, says Amber. Okay. So now this strip is really quite long. So let me unearth my... All right, let me get my... powders out of the way and unearth my watercolors. I'm trying to be careful not to put my stencils up against my iron. I don't want my stencils to get melted. I'm melting, I'm melting. All right. Mod Podge, you can go up in your tub. All right, so we've got this. Now there again, this is, I think, was the hem. And this had some kind of little metal, they almost look like clip-on earring backs. So I don't know if they were weights, that this was the bottom of the shower curtain, but it's a really nice material. In fact, I always say material. See, you can tell my age. Now it's fabric. Everybody says fabric, but us older gals, I think we always say material. I grew up saying material. Anywho, not that you needed to know that. All right, let's give myself a little more access here to my... All right, so I'm going to get that big brush again. And I still have a little bit of the skyline here, but I'm going to leave that there and we'll see what happens. Now I got some really cool rings that I put on the other one, but that, of course, was acrylic paint. So I'm not going to get that same look with the watercolor. I'm going to fill my spritzer with some clear water that I keep here. Clean water, because then I don't have to get up and run into the kitchen. Hold everybody up that way. All right, I've got really quite a mess here. All right, I'm going to get my big old brush out, just in some clear water, and let's just start here. I'm going to rinse that again. Okay, Murray's watching. It's all good. Thank you, thank you. All right. Now, what I did before was kind of just really, now I'm really soaking my palette of blocks here. See, I mean, they're wet. But I'm trying to get off a lot of color. All right. Now, this will stay wetter than the acrylic, because as most of you would know, when you're doing acrylic on your plate, you kind of have to move a little bit, right? To move and get going. Because once the acrylic dries, then you have to put another layer of something on it to be able to pull it off. So I'm using my purples. I'm going to put some blue in here. Maybe I shouldn't have put the blue, methinks. I should have went teal. I can't believe my phone hasn't rung. I can't believe my son hasn't called me and given me an update on the tailgating. So what I did with the other narrow strip is I just blotted it, across the plate. So I'm going to start at the one end and just start picking up color. And then we'll see how it goes. Now this is going to stay wet for a little while, right? Now, like I said, I had my, right, the plate repels the water, but you really get this kind of cool pattern. Now, I've got this jazz over here. Let me move this jazz and the Taz over here, because I'm going to end up putting my, oh well, jelly plate down. Let's get some different color here. And then, oh, that looks almost like Christmassy. Now, if I take I wonder how long it would stay. If I take this little thing and like drag, I wonder how long that would stay without moving. Oh, look. Can you see that? It's kind of cool. I still have just a little bit. Let's put a little more down. Let's get some of the teals and the greens here. And I wonder if I do like a circle. Not like a circle, a circle. Yeah, I don't think that's going to keep the sheep very long. Well, it might. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get the correct size. You can see a little bit. That's kind of cool, really. I didn't pull out any, I gotta clean my sticks up too. By the time I'm done this, they're really, I didn't pull out any different shapes. Let's try this little flower. Even though it's watercolor, yeah, that might not. I got a little bit of the flower. You can see all these threads. Reminds you of a rock fence. Yeah, kind of. It's cool though, right? It's cool. Now, I think I want to add stuff to it, but I think I want to add it in acrylic so I could kind of get some kind of a shape going, right? So, I'm just wondering what I might have handy. I wonder how this would do if I see. I've got this, which, I've had this in paint. So that might look cool this way, right? So let's take some paint. Let's take, oh gosh, I'm always going towards the purple. But see, I'm thinking that's going to show and pop more so than, I don't want black, or I don't think I want black. I can stamp black, right? I can use an ink pad and stamp black. Let's use a little bit of this. This is Ceram Coat. It's called Passion. And let's see if I can get my little wheelie gig here to work. And let's load it up. Let's see if I can get a stamp. Ah, look, it's adorable. That's adorable. See, now that I should be able to pick up on something else. Oh, my computer's doing something funny. Now, my mouse has not moved, and all of a sudden I get this. Do you want to leave this site? Let's see if I can pick that up. Just a little bit. You can't really see. You can't really see too well. Let's see. Let me grab a little piece of paper. Now, what other shapes can I use? I'm thinking maybe this, it's not really patina, but it's a Bahama blue. Bahama blue. I might get some kind of a, let's see. I have this little flower bud. Sophia says, wash or wipe that stamp before the stuff's. You know what? I actually find it better if it does dry on it. And then when I put it in the sink, if I just lift up an edge, it peels all off. And it's almost like, you know how people put paint on their palette and they use the paint, the dried paint? So it comes off pretty easy, is what I'm saying. So I'm not too concerned about that. Now this is kind of wide, but it might work. Let's see. Let's see what we can get here. So this is the Bahama Blue. And I'm really just using my gel plate as a, like a stamp pad. Let's do a couple little markings like that. And see what happens. All right, let's see. Sophia finds there's always a bit that gets stuck down in the nooks and crannies. Yeah, sometimes it does. You're right. That wasn't dark enough. I can't really see that one. So let's add a little bit of this green teal in here. And let's make a real big mess. Let's blend this in. Make that a little darker. It's not a whole lot darker. Let's make it a little darker. And then let's just do little partial circles. That's great. But it could be the background for a stitched product, right? Bye, Sophia. Okay, let me see if I can pick that up. Now that looks kind of cool. But the other part of that is, like I was saying before, it gives you the imprint of the weave of the fabric. Now we can let that dry and pick that up on paper. What other kind of marks can we make? I don't know what I have here in my drawer. I've got a lot of big stuff. Words wouldn't work. Oh, this might work. Okay, so now I've got, they're kind of big. But I could do partials. Dots are a good idea. All right, so I'm going to sit that over here. Now let's see, what other color? Right here, if I'm working in this area, I've got some blue and some orangey red. I've got some of this color shift. I wonder what that would look like. I don't think I've ever used this. I don't even see the color on it. Oh, there it is. Orchid Flash. So if I put a little bit of this down and I spread that out, that's a little funky. I've got other colors on there. I'm going to take the end of a paintbrush. You love the color shift? And let's just make some dots. Let's see how that works. Clean off the end of a brush. I'm going to go across this way. Stamp in there. I can see it a little bit, not much. Maybe I do want black. Put a little bit of black down. Let's see if I can get just a little bit of black out. I doubt it. I need to clean this out. Come on, baby. I know, as soon as I, whoops, there we go. There we go. There she is. It's either my son or my neighbor checking on me. Okay. Looks kind of cool. Bright red, Mer says. I'm going to add some of these to this so that when that dries, I'll have something fun to pull up. All right, bright red. Let's see. I've got primary red. Yeah, like the black amber. I was just thinking I could just use ink, but yeah, it looks cute. All right, let's see. All right, put some bright. Oh, this is really juicy. All right. I'm gonna make some marks in this. I think I'm going to go down here a little further. That looks cool. I think I wiggled it that time. I was just thinking that some swirls would be good. Let me get that paintbrush again. That's not so good. Let me get some of this. I'm going to have quite a design to pick up on the plate. I need a new runoff paper. Okay. Run it off on the plate. Let's see if I get, can you see me? I'm kind of up in the top of my, oh look, I had some red. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to try to press down with that, with not, see, I kind of wiggled the, I kind of wiggled when I picked up that last bit of red. Okay, I've got some of the, some of the strip over my shoulder. I just want to press and pull. Let's go down a little further where that green is. That looks cool. All right, any other ideas? And then we'll wrap this up. Got a little bit left where I could put some an imprint of something. I'm just trying to see if I have anything in my Oh, look, I have a ruler. That's got to be black, right? Let's do the ruler. Oh, that's not going to squeeze out. This is so low on paint. How low can you go? All right, so I've been on here quite a few. This is the longest I think I've ever been on. Thanks for staying on and watching me experiment. Look at some cool stuff. All right, so let me spread that black around. Now it is Sunday. I have a hard time keeping track of what day it is, but it is Sunday. And Murray, you're planning to be on later, are you not? Murray should be on later. Okay, let's see. Let's get that off. And I'm going to stamp that here. Kathy needs to take a walk. And then let me stamp it over here. I've got a lot of threads. A lot of threads. Yes, 6 central. So get ready for that. All right, you can see it just a little bit. But see, if I do it over there, I'm going to get mostly the black, right? Yeah, see, it just looks like a black smudge. A smudge woodgen. A smudge woodgen. Let's see. I kind of got push happy on that one. I don't want to, oh, let's try here. That's a little better, not much. But hopefully you've gotten some fun ideas with some things you can do with fabric on your jelly plate. And I'm sure, you could hone the idea, and come up with some better stuff yourself. But gosh, there's so many different things to try. I'm going to put some of that lime green on top of that Bahama blue. Oh, that's cool. See, so if you're going to make the mess, just have at it, right? This is my favorite, though, by far. That stamp, but that's a cool stamp. I've got stitches, Tim Holtz's stitches I got as a gift for my sisters. That would look cute. Just some, stitches. I might add some stitches on here, right? But now I'm going to pick this up. So the question is, what do I put on top to pull? Something light, I'm guessing. Lavender? Should I do a lavender? I'm looking for my larger brayer. What the heck did I do with that baby? I've got my little one here. White. Amber says white. You think? Does anybody see where I put my brayer? I have the little one, but I was thinking I might like to use the bigger one. All right, let's do white. Beth said, Murray, your solution is to send fabric to Aunt Beck to make you a new purse. All right, here we go. Golly sakes. Oh, maybe I dropped it. I don't know, girls. I don't know. I keep saying girls, but I think Raul is lurking. And this probably should dry a little bit more, but you know what? Whoop, I need a comfort break. So I'm not going to dilly-dally any longer. I really need my bigger brayer because it's not gonna, uh, I know I must have popped it in. It's probably sitting right in front of me. Do 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 do. There it is. I finded it. Oh my gosh. I hope I'm not. Stuff keeps coming up on my phone. All right, let's go. Let's go. And I'm just going to pull this up on paper. If it'll pull up. Oh, that red kind of spread it around a little. That might be good. That might be good. I love that little stamp. Oh my gosh, I didn't get the paper. I should have pulled my paper out first. Here we go. White on white. Do, 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 do. Okay, you don't have those little, I don't think they call them reels, but if you're on YouTube, you just you just sign on. You don't go to before you go to your channel. You just sign on. Well, maybe you don't have a channel, whatever. You just go to YouTube, and those little, there's people that dance or there's stuff for AGT coming, all different kinds of stuff. People that cook, and then whatever you pick and you watch, the algorithm sends you more of that stuff. Well, there was a gal I picked and I watched some crochet stuff, right? So this gal took, and she's from another land. Hey, Jen. And she took a zipper. Now that's graffiti right there, kids. Right there, graffiti. She took a little zipper, like maybe 6 inches, 7-inch zipper. And she took a metal crochet hook. And the fabric that's on the side of the zipper? Pam told me what that stuff's called, but I forget. She just poked her little metal needle through, crochet hook, and started crocheting. And she crocheted down one side, then she chained across the top, came down the other side, and she had some kind of a stitch where she was like 3 or 4 loops she'd bring through. I mean, it was a certain pattern. You could probably do any pattern, but it was a nice dense pattern. And she kept going around in an oval, going around in an oval. And then when she got it as long or as wide as she wanted, she folded it in half. And then she crocheted the bottom together, and it was a little pouch with a zipper top. Pencils, eyeglasses, all that little stuff that joggles around in your handbag, uh, um, anything. You can make them any depth or any size that you wanted. It was so cute. But I don't think like that. I would never think to poke a crochet hook through that fabric and then just start stitching. All right, so that's it for me for today. I'm going to go have a comfort break. I need to get something to eat. And here is our little, I know, right? I want to try it too. I think I threw out all my zippers. Well, not threw out, gave to Goodwill. But I'm really liking this wider one. But see here on this one, you can see more of the patterns of what I had on the jelly plate. All right. Thanks for being here. Don't forget Marie's on later. I'll have to look, Murray. If I can find it, I'll shoot it to you. It was some foreign gal. You know how I read the subtitles. You can't understand them. They speak a different language, and they're always crocheting. I'm sorry, a lot of it to me is weird stuff. But this was something really, that you could use. Oh, Pam, you're so sweet. I mean, I'm sure I have them. I mean, I know I had some, but you know, I don't sew zippers anymore. Bye, Laura. It was so nice to see you. Okay, so listen, everybody have a great rest of their day. Don't forget Maria's on later. Thanks for joining me. I will be on again tomorrow evening, 6 Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Pam has hundreds. Okay, Pam, I'll take 3. All right, bye-bye.